The story begins with a U.S. Air Force commander, James Wright, stepping into a quiet dojo, searching for a man whose face matches the photo in his hand. No one knows what ties James to this mysterious Japanese figure until a young man named Sunsuke suddenly reacts. When he learns James once knew his father back in the war, everything changes. But Sunsuke refuses to speak, not until he proves himself against his fellow students.
For a moment, the story takes us back to the chaos of World War II, the year 1942. 8 years before our time, in the skies above the Pacific, James Wright finds himself locked in a deadly dogfight against Japanese fighter jets. The battle ends in flames, his aircraft shot down, spiraling toward the sea. Crashing into the remote island of Bataan, Philippines, James becomes a survivor, stranded behind enemy lines.
The next morning, the jungle falls silent. A squad of Japanese soldiers moves carefully through the dense forest, searching for one thing: proof that James Wright is dead. But James isn't done yet. Hearing their footsteps draw closer, he takes a breath and hurls a stone into the distance, a desperate move to draw them away. And then... the explosion shatters the silence, a burst of chaos echoing through the jungle. The Japanese troops close in fast, surrounding James from every direction. Dozens of Arsaka rifles now point straight at him. With no way out, James lowers his weapon, surrendering as the enemy captain steps forward, threatening to shoot, before ordering his men to take James alive.
And this is the prison camp, a place where captured soldiers are locked away, forgotten by time. Dozens of prisoners fill the barracks. No one knows how long they've been here. Hidden deep within the jungle, the camp is watched day and night. Not a single second of freedom. Dragged to the main headquarters, James Wright is forced to stand before General Ito, the man in charge and the face of power. Believing he'll be treated like the others, just another prisoner of war, James is instead taken to the forest behind the camp. There, by ancient Japanese tradition, execution awaits. The captain, loyal to his general, orders James to kneel, raising his katana high into the air, and then... After taking down the captain and his men, James Wright makes a daring escape, sprinting through the other side of the jungle. There, he stumbles upon the wreckage of an old aircraft, stripped of its engine, left to rot by time. For a moment, he thinks about hiding inside, but it's too risky. The shouts of Japanese soldiers echo closer and closer through the trees, so James runs deeper into the unknown. And then... while escaping, James gets caught in a boar snare trap and is dragged back to the camp. Hearing that a single man wiped out an entire squad, General Ito grows curious. After finding a commander's badge in James' pocket, he orders Captain Andrew to delay the execution. He has another plan.
Corporal Hirano.
James is welcomed by fellow prisoners, most of them Americans. There's Gabriel, a tough army sergeant, Birdie, the one fluent in Japanese, and Gary, the bald spy, sharp, clever, and always digging for inside intel.
It's half Filipino. They sent him here to help train the locals in Bataan.
It's Bataan.
That's what I said, Bataan.
So the Brits.
Birdie explains the role. Everyone obeys General Ito. No exceptions. Those who break it, vanish. Ito never hesitates to kill anyone who tries to escape or those too weak to serve. He warns James, if you ever think about running, bury that thought deep.
The Filipinos had a foothold in the peninsula, but...
General Ito isn't just ruthless, he's a master of combat. Every soldier under his command trains to fight barehanded, molded by his brutal discipline. By midday, James is taken to the fighting arena, where he witnesses what happens to those who break Ito's rules.
Three prisoners are dragged into the arena, caught stealing a plate of rice the night before. Moments later, Ito's champion appears, a towering fighter no one has ever defeated. The prisoners tremble as he takes his stance, eyes cold, fists ready to strike. And then,
After brutally beating the three prisoners to death, Ito grows curious, wanting to see how James kills. Without warning, he orders James into the arena. Everyone watches as the so-called undefeated fighter steps forward, ready to strike. They say he's unbeatable. Turns out,
in less than 2 seconds, James takes the fighter down, a single flawless kick. He clenches his right fist, channeling all his power into one precise point. That's when Ito reacts, his eyes locked on every move. And then, with a single crushing blow, the fighter drops, lifeless. No one knows what makes James' punch so deadly. Curious, Endo asks why the general still refuses to kill him, but Ito simply replies, he's not like the others. A new challenge awaits, one far more dangerous.
after the tension finally settles, Gabriel brings James to meet their camp commander, Collins. Curious about his strength, Collins asks where he learned to fight like that. James reveals that he once trained in martial arts across several countries, Hong Kong, Thailand, Japan, and China, making his fighting style a rare blend of techniques from around the world.
I've been here a while. Nobody makes it out of those battles.
Not long after, James is summoned to the main quarters to meet General Ito, who still can't shake his curiosity. Ito knows exactly what he saw. That punch James used, it's a forbidden technique, one mastered by only a few. He even claims it originated from pure Japanese martial arts. Fascinated and perhaps threatened, Ito orders James back into the arena, this time to face 3 fighters at once.